We started. We started right now. Hold on. Yeah, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV NBA preview show. What's going on? Corey Lee already in the building. CB Sports TV. Muhammad, what's going on, family? What it do? Going here with Cali, man. We sent invites out to Junior and Blue Blood, so I don't know if they busy or not. But we'll talk about the NBA season. We was gonna do this in 3 parts, but just gonna talk about the whole thing in a good stream, and then we might come back. I might give me some Uber Eats and come back and talk a boxing stream right behind this. And I got a special boxing video. I got some special intel that I share with y'all as well on a boxing situation. So y'all be on the lookout for that as well. Shout out to everybody that's going to be listening on the podcast. Don't forget, we got a podcast that you never know. Hopefully me and Callie can continue to record the Raw and the Cut series. We've been a little bit out of it for a minute, but we recorded a lot the first time. So the podcast link will be in the description. Just give me a few seconds. We're going to get into it, man. I guess we can start in the East because the West is, I think, is more – they got more depth, and I think it's more interesting for a lot of people. In the East, I mean, most people look at it as a two-man or two-team race. Boston,
it's Philadelphia.
But the thing about Boston and Philadelphia is they both suffer. How can I say it? They both can suffer from injuries. I mean, yeah. Most of Philly, three of Philly top picks and Fultz and Beebe and Ben Simmons have been injured a lot. You know what I'm saying? For
Kyrie Irving for Boston, man.
Gordon Hayward.
Yep.
Marcus Smart dealt with some injuries as well. And I think it's a chemistry thing Boston gonna go through too, man. So because
I think they'll figure it out. I think by the time Christmas come around, you're gonna see Boston as a well-oiled machine, man. By the time February come around, they're gonna be scary, in my opinion, on the Celtics. But I do think they're gonna struggle. All right away. Whether people want to know, they haven't played with Gordon Hayward before. They haven't. That little first minute of the first game of the season, like that's not enough time. You know what I mean? It's going to take them some time to get used to. If they would have at least got half the season in, but it was better for him to get hurt then, so he can get fully acclimated back and get fully rehab back. You know what I mean? By this time, so it was the best thing that happened so early, and now he's going to be allowed to be incorporated fully back into the team. So, in my opinion, I think Boston is clearly the team that's going to come out. Toronto is another team to watch out for, though, too. I think Toronto, I think they're clearly improved with Kawhi Leonard and Danny, oh my God.
Danny Green.
Danny Green, shooting guard. So he's going to provide some outside shooting. He's also a solid defender. So their defense has improved a lot. The perimeter defense improved overnight.
I'm not so sold. I'm not so sold on Toronto. I say I'm not so sold on Toronto from the fact of I don't know how good Kawhi Leonard is outside of the San Antonio system. And I've never been sold on some of their players. Kyle Lowry is a guy I'm just not sold on. He just overachieved in his career. Valanciunas is a guy I like. Jakob better than Valanciunas. I like OG Abaye. I like him. I like Norman Powell. They got some players that I really do like. But let's see how good Kawhi Leonard is outside of that San Antonio system. I think.
Well, I can agree with that. I think he is. But here's the thing, though. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you about Kyle Lowry, man. I'll tell you why this. Because to me, he was a bench player who just worked hard, man. He worked really hard to improve himself. But it shows, man, in the clutch. When the game's on the line, man, he folds up and he goes away. He disappears, man. He disappears whenever times get tough. His game doesn't show up, and that's when if you're a star, you're supposed to show up when the times get tough, and he just never does, man. He's always absent, man.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's when you need him to show up the most, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe Kawhi Leonard take some pressure off of him because he made a lot of big shots as well. But that's a guy.
So does Danny Green. I mean, even though Danny Green's a role player, he's made big shots when it mattered. You know, in the past. So
I think Danny Green and OG Wyatt, whatever his name is, and I think
right.
Kawhi Leonard, they got really good wing defenders. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think they downgraded in the coaching staff with Dwayne Casey being. I think Dwayne Casey is one of the better coaches. I mean, but back to Boston and Philly though. Health is going to be a key. I think Gordon Hayward. We were saying so. I think Gordon Hayward or Jaylen Brown might be trade bait.
Right. Oh, what? I'll say this. Oh, yeah. Gordon. The reason why they would do that is because they would. I think they might consider taking a risk on Anthony Davis and thinking that they can incorporate him into the culture of Boston and get him to sign with them long term instead of getting him to go to the Lakers long term. I think that Danny Ainge can convince him that it's best for him to stick with Boston long term, then I think they'll go ahead and pull that trigger, man. If they at least get him to consider, because I think that Danny Ainge is that kind of a gambler, man, and he believes in himself that he can always acquire more picks and more talent. But man, I mean, Jaylen Brown's a hell of a talent, man. He just is, man. And with Jaylen Brown and Hayward, they got a lot of their wing. There's too many wing players, at this point. They got too many wing guys. You can't play them all at the same time. You know what I mean? So at some point, they're going to have to do that. And in order to get Anthony Davis, it's going to take a Jaylen Brown and probably a Rozier in order to get him to come over, man, and probably some draft picks. But yeah, Jaylen Brown's going to have to be a part of that package in order to get him. Me personally, I'd rather trade Gordon Hayward and trade Gordon than to trade Brown, man. I think Brown is a better defender.
Man, forget Brown. He really was responsible for them losing that game last year, in my opinion. But I think he's young. I would try. If so, you could trade both of them. Marcus Smart can do what he do. And also, don't forget Terry. Don't forget Terry Rozier.
Rozier, he's an elite defender, man. He's also an elite defender.
Well,
the whole team, man.
He turned down a contract.
Yeah.
He turned down a contract.
Blame him, bro. They may be trying to. Yeah, they said trying to package him though, man. That's my point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of both of the wings because they got that old boy. They got old boy there too.
Right.
Oh, what's old boy?
Yeah, the kid. Yeah, the African cat. I can't think of his name right now, man.
Yeah. I like him.
And he can shoot the three on top of all of that too.
If they really wanted to, they can go. If they really want to, which I wouldn't do this because it'd be stupid. They can actually go after Karl Anthony Towns.
Right.
But I'm not Karl Anthony Towns. I didn't mean him. I meant the other guy, Jimmy Butler. But I think that'd be a contradiction.
Right.
I mean, they would have to get something else back. As far as something.
If you're gonna do this, you go for Anthony Davis, man, to come in there to be another big, to also give you more rebound and more shot blocking, to go with your wing players.
You can play him with Al Horford too.
Yeah, exactly, because both guys can shoot the jumper. Both guys can give you a little bit of the post, and they both block shots and rebound. So, I mean, at the end of the day, when you put them two in there together, that just makes them an even better defensive team, in my opinion. And so that's why I think that it's a smart move. They have the ammunition to pull off the Anthony Davis trade. It's just a matter of can they convince Anthony Davis to come there?
They got 4 first-round picks. Yeah, they do. They got 4 first-round picks. They can legitimately swing Anthony Davis and end up with Zion Williamson next year too.
Yeah, they can.
They can legitimately do that.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's my point, man. So they really should consider that. Boston's set up well for the future. The problem, though, eventually, though, with all the talent that they do have, they're going to have to pay these dudes, man. So they're going to end up losing some guys anyway.
You will and deal before you can get something for them, and you get rid of them. You get rid of them. You just bring in new talent. You trust your evaluation as a general manager, and Danny Ainge has been able to evaluate talent.
Danny Ainge is a monster, man, when it comes to evaluating talent. Man. Tatum,
how can you say he's like the Bill Belichick of the NBA right now as far as acquiring draft picks.
Yep, acquiring draft picks, but his draft picks pan out, and that's the difference, though, man. His guys pan out, man. So at the end of the day, like I said,
a lot of the Patriots' first round draft picks don't pan out.
Yeah, a lot of Patriots guys don't pan out. That's my point. So I say you look at it from this standpoint, man. I look at what Danny Ainge doing, and I think what he's doing is special, man. I like them. I like that team for the future, man. I like Boston. I think that I always said that, man, when the Warriors go down, Boston's taking over, man. I truly believe that if they get Anthony Davis to go along with the players that they have, it's over, man. They're gonna be winning for a long time. They really will win, 3 straight. Because who's gonna be able to match that talent? No one. No one's gonna be able to match that talent, man.
Only thing can hurt them is
the luxury tax. The luxury tax, man.
Eventually. The luxury tax. I mean, well, I think he's a willing deal them guy. I think the only thing that really can hurt them is health. To be honest, I mean, he can do whatever he wants to do right now, man. Kyrie, Gordon Hayward. Like I said, I think Marcus Brown can plug in. He can defend 1 through 3, in my opinion. He that strong. He might be a little bit short, but
But Rozier might want to consider going to Philly, man. I mean, Philly really needs another shooter, man. Philly, in my opinion, that's what can separate them. Because, man, what you got to do is you got to be willing to play inside out. To me, that's what's going to slow down Philly. In my opinion, if they do it right, they can have they have the potential to beat teams that want to run and gun, man. Slow the pace down, play inside out, keep the score down. You know what I mean? Keep the possessions down, and they could beat them teams, in my opinion. Because I think the team, this is what they were talking about on NBA TV yesterday. They was like, man, look, if you can get some team to go back and play big, man, get some type of big man with post moves, he can dominate. He can dominate the league, and you can slow down the game, and that's what's going to allow you to beat those teams, man. Playing inside out, not allowing them to double team it. Forcing them to have to stay out on the shooters. You could put 4 shooters around, put around a great post player. You know what I mean? Just like they used to do, like the Rockets did with Akeem Olajuwon. Man, Akeem Olajuwon, this era, that team would have won all the championships, in my opinion.
See what you talking about? Shaq. Fuck you mean? Shaq too. Dominate, man. Patrick Ewing, David Robinson. Alonzo Mourning. And Alonzo Mourning was good. Yeah, Mourning was a beast when he was younger. When he got injured in the kidney. As well. But talk about some other teams in the East, man, because I hate just to harp on. We're gonna be on a minute, but I hate to harp on the same teams, man. I mean, okay, we can just bottom on the barrel teams in the East, which it's not like a whole bunch of parity. I mean, it's not like it's a lot of parity in the East, to be honest. We know Boston and Philly top heavy, but the bottom teams, Orlando, the Knicks, I think they don't have no chance at making the playoffs. Charlotte is another team. I think they will have no chance at making the playoffs. I mean, I think they could. I wouldn't say zero chance, but as far as not making the playoffs in the East, I would definitely say Atlanta. I would definitely say Brooklyn. I would definitely say Cleveland. I would definitely say the Knicks, Orlando. I think those are my teams not to make the playoffs in the East, like just in general. I just think the Knicks, they're waiting next year to get some talent. I think they got Frank, whatever the dude's name is. They got an all right team with the Knicks, man. They got Ron Baker. I think Trey Burke, and Ron Baker's like a glue guy, but I think Trey Burke played excellent last season. Anybody that followed the Knicks, he had a lot of good teams. They got Mario Henza. He's a guy that's supposed to be a star coming from Orlando, who really didn't pan out yet, but I think he just needs an opportunity. Tim Hardaway Jr., I mean, he can get as hot as anybody. Enes Kanter, he's a good guy. He can get hot. It's just consistency with him. I think Kevin Knox might be the steal of the draft out of Kentucky. Always like Courtney Lee. He a good glue guy, good two-way player. Emmanuel Mudiay never really lived up to the hype.
About Enes Kanter? Enes Kanter, though, my problem is, though, man, this dude is a monster on the offensive end, man. Rebounding, scoring in the post, hitting the mid-range jumper. When it comes to the defensive end, no effort on that side whatsoever, man. Zero effort on the defensive end, man.
And no consistency neither. But watch out for Kevin Knox. We're going to talk about the Rookie of the Year. We're going to do a couple awards before we get to the West in the overall grand scene. But I think Kevin Knox.
Trey Young, man. I like Trey Young, man, with the Atlanta Hawks, man. I think that kid's going to be the truth.
Yeah, we're going to talk about him. I think Kevin Knox is a blueprint as the dark horse. I like him. Kristaps Porzingis, he not going to sign a contract until the cap go up next year. So Knicks fans, he will be back. Like I said, I like Courtney Lee. It's a solid team. Yeah. Noah Vonleh out of Indiana just really never got out. He just never panned out like I thought he could. similar to Cody Zeller. We could talk about the Hawks. This is another team who
Oh,
I
you
don't.
talking about Noah Vonleh?
Yeah.
Well, Noah Vonleh, one of his problems, man, is he has no real skills, man. I mean, he's just athletic. So that's what was wrong with Noah Vonleh, man. He's athletic, no skills.
Yeah. Then you got Atlanta. We just go through Atlanta. This Trae Young a bust. I'm be keeping real. I think they made a mistake for not getting that kid Luke Doncic. We should talk about him in the Mavericks later. I think Luke Doncic is going to be better than him.
Kid. Yeah, look, hey man, I thought a lot of people, man, a lot of people got scared off of him because of a lot of Euros are flop. You know what I mean?
Man.
And then they don't see he's not as athletic as they like. He's not as athletic as a lot of people like.
Yeah, he crafty though. And the thing I noticed about him is that this one the dude that was averaging 6.5 points and projected to do good in the NBA. He actually put up points overseas, man. You know, but the Hawks don't have too much around Trae Young. They got John Collins. I think he out of Georgia State. He's a really, really good young player, dog. John Collins is a really, really good young player when he's healthy. Ken Bazemore is solid.
Good defender, man. Ken Bazemore. Yeah. Good defender. Decent scorer, but really good defender, man.
Yeah, and they got the Tyree.
I would prefer him off the bench. Kent Bazemore, in my opinion, man.
Yeah, I think he could be a really good glue guy on a championship team. I really think he could. Yeah. He could provide that boost. For some reason, they got Alex Lynn. I never really liked Alex Lynn coming from Phoenix. They got Torian Prince out of Baylor. I like him a lot.
Alex Lynn is lost. Alex Lynn is soft, man. That's my problem with Alex Lynn. He's too soft.
Yeah, he's not athletic enough, man. He never really panned out in Phoenix. When they got DeAndre Ayton, they said get the hell on. I mean, obviously you got Brooklyn. They got rid of the. Go ahead.
No, but it was speaking of Brooklyn, man, last year of them not getting the draft pick finally, but you know what I mean? They destroyed their team. Brooklyn has to have a long-term plan. The only way they can get young players is pretty much through trades and through signing some young guys, like maybe some young guys who teams are giving up on and hoping to give them a second chance. But at the end of the year,
they're a team that should be going for Jimmy Butler. I'm gonna get to the chat in a minute, y'all. They're a team that should be trading for Jimmy Butler. They got some assets. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. Kenneth Reef, I think if he get opportunity, Karis LeVert is another guy with a lot of potential. Obviously, they got the snitch, Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I like him a lot. Y'all know who the snitch is. We're talking about D'Angelo Russell. So they got Shabazz Napier who played well with Damian Lillard was out last year. No, they should really.
But D'Angelo Russell, here's the thing about him though, man. He shows potential to be really good, man. I mean, I think he could be a really good scorer. Is he a point guard? That's the question about that too. Is he a point guard?
He don't have a maturity to be a point guard, bro. That's my biggest problem. I think he got the ability. He don't have a maturity to run a team and be the leader of a team. And I think
maybe should run a short. Maybe should run a shooting guard. He's 6'5", man.
And him and shoots pretty well. Him and Spencer Dinwiddie is a better point guard anyway. You know what I'm saying? And he's 6'7". You know what I'm saying? So or 6'6", 6'7". It'll work out. Obviously, Charlotte. They was trying to trade Kemba Walker. It didn't happen. I really, really like Miles Bridges out of Michigan State on this team, though. Miles Bridges is a monster. I don't know if you've seen Miles Bridges. Man, dude is sick in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? In the college, it kind of slowed down and play zone. But him in the open court, he another dark horse for Rookie of the Year. But they got a solid team.
Right.
A lot of solid big men. But, I mean, it's really – if they're going to make the playoffs, it's really going to be the development of, like, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges. Can Michael Kidd-Gilchrist get a jumper? Bismack Biyombo.
No, Charlotte. Michael Kidd. It's time for them to get rid of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, man. He is what he is, man. I mean, they just can't. I mean, it's like people will keep wondering if he's gonna improve off of what he is. He's a pretty decent role player, man.
Exactly. He's a glue guy. He's a glue guy. He's a guy that's probably needed to play with the Lakers, to be honest. A guy that can defend your best offensive threat. He a guy that Houston should think about trading for, because Houston.
But no. You know who should? Since the Lakers have been rumors about Lakers packaging for Kemba Walker. Maybe you package Michael Kidd-Gilchrist with Kemba Walker, man. This to try to clear out some more cap space and the things of that nature, man. And
I would agree. I would agree with that, because the Lakers need somebody that can defend. Lonzo will probably be included in that, but the rest of them dudes don't defend. Kyle Kuzma, zero defense. Brandon Ingram, I really don't pay attention. Only ones that really can defend over there is Rondo, but he can't defend like that. Lonzo can defend.
Not anymore.
Josh Hart can defend, and that's pretty much it. When Lance is locked in, Lance can defend, but they really need a wing that can defend. Same for Houston. Houston don't have a matchup for LeBron James. That's what
But what Gilchrist can do at times, I've seen him do it even in the pros. He's doing it in Kentucky. He can get on the box and hurt you down low. So he can give you a little bit of that, give you a little bit of toughness, man.
And rebounding too. He can rebound the ball really well too.
Exactly, man. So I think that's a good deal for LeBron James.
You know who he'd have been really good with back in the day? He would have been really good with that running gun Phoenix team.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? If he can develop a three, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Tucker, man. PJ Tucker.
Or Sean Marion. Yeah. Or Sean Marion, like in that mode. PJ Tucker didn't always have that three coming out of Texas, neither.
He didn't.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on Chicago. All right, Cleveland, I really don't even want to talk about these bums, man. Tristan Thompson said they still kings of the East. Obviously, they got Jordan. I think some of these players are going to be better than what people expected. But
yeah, I think so, too. I think these guys are going to have a chance to really open up and to be themselves and to show some skill sets, show a little bit more skills than they weren't when they weren't able to show everything with LeBron because LeBron had the ball all the time, man. So I don't think Cleveland's going to be that good. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs though. I mean, the East is really, really weak.
I don't think. To be honest, I don't think they got a chance, bro. When we get into it, you understand.
I'm just saying. I said it wouldn't surprise me because of the East is weak. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. It just wouldn't.
Looking at it, to be honest, it ain't that weak, bro. And we're gonna get into it. All right, because think about this. We need 8 teams, right? You got Boston and Philly being locks. All right, you got Toronto. That's probably your lock. That's 3. Okay. Then you look at a team like Milwaukee. You expect them. That's 4. You know, Indiana's gonna be at least what they was last year. That's 5. You got Washington with Dwight Howard. I don't know, he got hurt, but that's still that's a solid team right there. That's 6. You got Miami who got a lot of talent. That's 7. You got Detroit and Chicago who got a lot of talent. That's 8, 9.
You're right.
So really, when you think about it, it really ain't that. It really ain't as weak as it was because if Giannis take a step forward, or if it's the East could be all pummeled up. You know what I'm saying? Detroit. I like what Detroit did. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm telling you this right now. Call me crazy. I think there's going to be some some acquisitions around the All-Star break, either before the All-Star break or a little bit after the All-Star break. There's going to be some the trade deadline acquisitions. I really think it's going to happen this year, man.
It's going to be hotter than it was last year,
Yeah, because they're going to be some guys that are like, look, man, I'm not signing back with you, man. Do you want to get something from me or you don't?
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler and Davis, man. I do. And Anthony Davis, man. But Jimmy Butler and Anthony Davis, 2 dudes I've seen getting moved at the trade deadline. Don't be surprised if Boston try to offer something for Anthony Davis. I know the Lakers are the rumor. Lakers going to have to offer a lot to get him. I would be willing to trade all them dudes, all them young players to get him, man, if I'm the Lakers, man, because you want the cap space anyway, man. You still want to try to make a run at Kawhi Leonard after this anyway to pair along with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And to get them 3 dudes, man, that team's winning the championship, man. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kawhi Leonard, man. That's the best team in the league.
The thing about it, you look at that before we continue to go to the West. We're gonna wrap the East up real quick. You think about that, man. For one, LeBron is just so non-teammate friendly, bro. I wouldn't make that a lot. The reason that works with Golden State is because nobody's selfish. LeBron is the offense. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi don't even. Yeah,
Kawhi. I'm glad you brought that up. That's the question. Is LeBron gonna allow Rondo to handle the ball?
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but let me go through the chat real quick. Angel, actual facts, boxing. Angel Sanchez, what's going on? Kevin Durant is leaving the Warriors. The Warriors are done. LA is back. Showtime, baby. I wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not the. Let me say this right now. That ain't the team he's rumored to go to. And I brought this up last year, and a lot of people brushed me off. The Knicks, man. The Knicks is the rumor team, not the Lakers. The Knicks.
and they got the dope coach and David Finsdale too. A lot of people want to play
Yeah.
there. Don't be surprised if Jimmy Butler. Let me tell you. Yep. Don't be surprised.
Kevin Durant, bro.
Don't be surprised if that don't happen.
That's a dope ass team too, man. Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Kristaps Porzingis. That's a finals team, man, or a team that's capable of getting there.
Yeah, it's just filling it in. It's about development. Dark Kent 718 say no, not Brooklyn. Games PP, what it do, family? Nets. Dark Kent said again 718. Nets in the pursuit of being New York most popular, so our future to the Celtics. Yeah, y'all really did, y'all. Man, the Celtics get a championship. They should send the Brooklyn Nets front office some rings, bro. But that's some treason going on there. DJ Black Charm Music, what's going on, family? We're going to talk about the West in a minute. Quentin Hamilton, what's going on, family? Don't sleep on the Bulls. Yeah, we're going to get to the Bulls, man, before we wrap it up. The East up, at least. I like the Bulls. I mean, I'm going to talk about my playoff teams in the East. I like the Bulls a lot. They got a lot of young talent in Chicago, man. When you talk about Chris Dunn, Bobby Portis, they got Wendell Carter Jr. That's another guy that's a dark horse for Rookie of the Year. I said Chris Dunn. Justin Holiday, great depth guy. I mean, I like Justin Holiday a lot. I like Zach LaVine a lot when he's healthy. Lloyd Marketing is an animal. Jabari Parker, I never really liked Jabari Parker in the league, except for like a couple seasons ago when he had the hot streak. And they got. I mean, I like the Bulls, man. The Bulls is neat.
Jump tell you about Jabari Parker, man. Like I said, to me, he's always reminded me of a poor man's Carmelo Anthony, man. His game, there's a lot in his game that reminds me. I'm not saying he's as good as he is.
He's not as athletic as Carmelo was.
Yeah, no, he's not, man. So I think he has the chance to be like a poor man's Carmelo Anthony, man, if he can stay healthy, man. But he can't stay healthy. That's the biggest part of your fucking game. If you're not available, your best ability is your availability, and he's never available. He's always out for the season, man. So I do think that him playing in Chicago, if he can find a way to put it together, because I always thought one of the problems with him, man, he played in Milwaukee, man. I mean, too many wing players in Milwaukee. That's one of the issues over there too, man. They got too many guys who could do the same thing, and not enough shooters. And I'm hoping. I mean, and to me, I'm looking at some of these teams, man. Philadelphia, man, before the trade deadline, they got to get some shooters in. They don't have to get no stars in, man.
Well, they got shooters. They got some. They got. Well, they didn't bring Bart Barinelli back. I think that was.
That was a huge mistake, man. He gave more spacing, man. You want to give spacing, man. Down in the post, and they not. Go ahead.
Let's look at Philadelphia. I like Covington as a shooter. Always like JJ Redick as a shooter.
Yeah, Covington and JJ Redick is it, but you need more. You need more than just that, man. You got to have a multitude of shooters, man. So they got to find a way during the trade deadline to go get some more shooters up in there, man.
Is Zaire Smith they traded for? Is he a shooter? I don't remember his guy. I know they traded the Villanova kid away from him. I'm not sure if he a shooter, but Saric can really shoot. JJ can shoot. TJ McDowell, if they let him get on the floor, he's a good shooter. Fultz, he's sketchy. I know his jumper coming. So you're right. They do need shooters. More shooters.
Hey, as a matter of fact, Zach LaVine was brought up in for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, Zach LaVine started to develop a 3-point shot, man, with his athletic ability.
He was developing the shot before he got injured. He was going crazy
in Minnesota. Yeah, he was, man. Hitting that three, and he has the ability to penetrate to the basket, man. And he's an underrated passer, man. He needs to work on that defense, though, man. That's where he's at with his athleticism and his lateral ability. He should be an elite defender with his length and athleticism.
Same thing as Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. All them suffer from that.
Jamal Crawford should have been an elite defender, man. I don't know how. He's athletic and quick as hell, and to me, it's because he never worked on it, man. Because Jamal Crawford should have been a great defender. He has long arms, athletic. He's very athletic, quick lateral feet, man. There's no way in the world he shouldn't have been a dominant defender. No way he shouldn't have.
Agreed. No way he shouldn't have. All right, we're gonna talk about some bridge teams real quick, and then we'll predict the playoff team. We'll talk about some bridge teams. Indiana, I like what Victor Oladipo did last year, man.
I do too, man. I still think they're missing something, man. They can use him like another veteran or something, man.
They got Tyreek Evans.
Tyreek Evans was a good pickup, but I think it's another veteran they can use.
Last year, he was killing it last year.
He was, man. But I think you know what, man. If they could have got someone like a PJ Tucker, man, or maybe like a Trevor Ariza or someone like that too, to just another veteran, man. Not just Tyreek Evans, but another one.
Yeah,
Somebody else that could help bring in some some championship experience.
Yeah, I like their team though, man. I got Kyle O'Quinn, who never got enough minutes in New York. And still, I really don't like World Breaker boy, Miles Turner, because he made me lose a couple grand on FanDuel one time.
Turner, man, Turner. He's really good and then really bad. He's just not consistent, man, at all, man. It's like Turner. Maybe you want to get excited about him, like, oh, you back to that again. It's like he can't put together. He can't put together back-to-back, great performances, or at least good performances. You don't have to have great performances. He'll have a great performance, and then
you gotta be consistent. You gotta have a good floor. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the Wizards. We're gonna go kind of into speed action real quick. Let's talk about the Wizards. Like I say, man, it's about Dwight Howard here, man. Marcin Gortat last year, and Otto Porter didn't live up to the hype and didn't live up to the bill. And I think
man, it's Kelly Oubre, man.
I was about to say him.
So goddamn immature, man. He's
so talented. He's talented though.
He's talented, man, but you can't trust him. Like, his mental state is so fragile, man. I mean, it's like you want to get behind him. He starts as soon as the moment he starts to play well, then he breaks down and he loses his cool, man. And he destroyed that team in the postseason last year against the Celtics, man. And it's because he's just mentally weak. And that's you can't trust him, man. You can't. You can't,
I think it's more of immaturity than anything, man. To be honest,
it's definitely immaturity, man. It's definitely immaturity.
That team is immature, in my opinion. Going around
John Wall too. John Wall is another the guy who loses is the most he's too emotional, man.
And then when they get good, they talking about they the best backcourt in the NBA. They too cocky, they too immature. And then you bring in one of the most immature all-star caliber players, veterans, and Dwight Howard. I think from that standpoint, this could be poison. This can be boom or bust for them. I mean,
it is boom or bust, man. It's a high risk, low reward, because if you could get Dwight, but we've been saying this forever with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard never. So I gotta go with the latter, man. This team is gonna collapse. They're gonna have problems. They're gonna show you.
Even if they mature, injury bug can hit them. And then look what they got to guess who they got to have to hit who got to really start hitting their ceiling. You got to have at least Otto Porter, Kelly Oubre to hit their ceiling. You got to have Bradley Beal and John Wall start to hit their ceiling and be healthy. There's too many ifs in this situation. Austin Rivers here, he another immature guy. Almost got beat up by the Clippers. Who was the team on the people that almost went in there and beat on them? Who was him? Was it the Rockets? Yeah, it was the Rockets. It was the Rockets because Chris Paul knew the little back entrance.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Somebody needs to make a trade with Memphis to try to get try to get Marcus Sol up out of there. And
man, then he fucked around and got David Finsdale fired and shit. Fuck him, man. But I like him.
I know, but I'm just talking about, man, he can help one of those teams in the East, man. That's where Marcus Sol go around there and turn
only team I see him actually helping, to be honest. Hold on. Only team that actually can do something.
Boston will be a good team, man. He can really help Boston.
I don't like him in Boston. I don't think
because he think they play too fast.
No, I don't think he's good enough rebounder, bro. Him and Al Horford don't rebound at a high enough rate for my liking on a consistent basis.
Right.
I think for him, it won't be a bad fit, but for me personally, I like to see him either go to I was just looking
Indiana?
No, not Indiana. Toronto or Milwaukee. Okay. Milwaukee would be the perfect fit for him.
Yeah, Milwaukee would be pretty good too, man. But Toronto at least has some shooters. At least Toronto has some shooters now, man. Toronto has some shooters right now.
Yeah, he'd be a good banger in Milwaukee. Milwaukee lacks shooting, which we ain't got to them yet, which we will. They lack shooting, but Gasol's starting to stretch it out too, man. But I don't know if you got your NBA list pulled up. I'm gonna say what teams make it. We're gonna talk about Milwaukee real quick, and then for Milwaukee, it's just that Giannis. It's Giannis and a dime maker. I don't know why they gonna get Brook Lopez. He can't even average 5 rebounds, bro. That was a
Brook Lopez is nothing, bro. He's a you know what I consider Brook Lopez to be. He's a stat sheet stuffer, man, but a meaningless stat sheet stuffer, man. I mean,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't impact the game whatever he does. So it really don't mean anything to me,
Yeah,
man.
Milwaukee.
I mean,
Yeah, Milwaukee.
somebody might want to consider getting Zach Randolph, man.
Yeah,
And you know what I mean, and then putting him off, have him come off the
hey,
bench at least.
yeah, man. But with the Milwaukee, it's about shooting. Chris Middleton's a good shooter.
Right,
Well, if Giannis develop a shot, a consistent
right,
shot, I mean, they could be dangerous, you know, because
right.
he probably can be the best player in the East easily. I mean, Eric Bledsoe, and I mean, they're a good team, but I think they improved to more like 4 and 5 in the East.
Right.
And
Right.
I got to put my Pistons in here, man. I like what they did this offseason, but we another team like Milwaukee.
You want to keep Blake Griffin though, man? I mean, like,
Yeah, I would.
but my
I
thing
would.
said, would you still want to?
Yeah, I would
But
keep Blake
I know
Griffin.
you want to dump Andre. They should try to dump Andre Drummond there, man.
Yeah, especially they're gonna have this nigga out here shooting threes. I'm good on him, but I'm good on that shit, bro. But I like Drummond and Griffin, especially they speed it up this year, man. I think they're gonna speed it up a lot more. I like what Blake Griffin was doing before he got to Detroit last year with the Clippers. He's more of the point forward. He worked on his ball handling, and also we need somebody here to sell tickets, bro. So you got to be that as well too. People come see Blake Griffin. You know what I'm saying? People come see Dre, but basically what's really hurting us, dog, is the John Lord contract and the
Reggie Jackson, man. This dude, man, thinks he's a superstar, man. And dude, man, to me, you're a sixth role. You're a sixth man. You're not an actual star. You're a better sixth man because you're not a point guard. You're a scorer, man. You're a scorer in the point guard spot.
Renique 313 just said we got to keep Blake to at least sell tickets. Yeah, hey BW, we're gonna talk about that coming up. But 5-1 and get more. And I think for I'm gonna tell you with the Pistons, man. And I'm a diehard Pistons fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan. All right. People say, how did that work? Magic Johnson was my favorite point guard all time. He's from East Lansing. I mean, he's from Lansing, Michigan, to be exact. But my thing about the Pistons is the development of Stanley Johnson and Luke Kennard. Obviously, we could have had Donovan Mitchell. Renique could tell you that. We passed on Donovan Mitchell for Luke Kennard. And of course, you know Luke Kennard gonna get that backlash, but Luke Kennard can really play out of Duke, man.
He can, bro.
He can shoot it. I think Luke Kennard may be a point guard of the future, but I don't want to harp on them too much. Sorry if we didn't get to some of the other teams. I mean, we got time. Miami is a good team as well too. I'm just gonna run through Miami real quick. Miami is deep. Hassan Whiteside just ain't got it.
They are deep, man. But you know what I'm saying? With they're missing a piece. They're missing somebody. It's a star, man. That's what they're missing. If they had a star, man, that team could do some good damage, man.
To be honest, I think they got the second best coach in the East, in my opinion, and Eric Spoelstra. Yeah, and then you know Deion Waiters always has superstar ability. He just can't stay healthy.
Right.
I mean, you got White. Look at the roster. You got Justice Winslow, who ain't really lived up to the bill, but he's been solid after his knee injury. You got Whiteside, Waiters, Wade, Josh Richardson, who is like really, really key. That's the guy they wanted in the trade for Jimmy Butler, who's really a good player. Kelly Olynyk.
That's who Miami should try to make a move for. Miami should try to really go after. Should try to go after Jimmy Butler, man.
They did.
They did. Without good.
No, they did. I'm gonna tell you what happened. They did. Right. They had a deal in place, man. These niggas wanted Kelly Olynyk, Josh Richardson. They wanted Goran Dragic. And they wanted
to gut. They wanted to try to gut the team. They wanted to gut the team.
Yeah. And they had a deal in place, and then they reneged on the deal and said we don't want to do the deal. And then added 2 or 3 more pieces in. Like it's not deal. But I like another guy I like on there that's real underrated is Rodney Magruder. A lot of the Miami fans know Rodney Magruder is like Josh Richardson. Magruder can really shoot. He ain't the ball handler. He is. Damn, Haslam still getting checks in the league.
Yeah, Haslam ain't went nowhere, bro.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him. When you from Florida, you ain't trying to leave Florida.
Right.
But Tyler,
Florida. Hey, I understand that, man. You think about it, man. I mean, Adonis Haslam went to the University of Florida, man. I understand, man. I wouldn't want to leave South Florida, dope place, bro. I mean, that's outside of LA, bro. If you gonna have that'd probably be my secondary place to pick, man.
Yeah.
Between that, you know what I'm saying? If I can't go to LA, man, that ain't losing. You ain't selling them when you going to Miami to South Beach, bro. That's not selling.
Yeah, that's where the SARS go at. But you got James Johnson. James Johnson, Tyler Johnson. I like both of them. Wayne Ellington, he can go off every now and again. Goran Dragic, I like
Wayne
him a
Ellington,
lot.
pretty good shooter, man. Wayne Ellington, pretty good shooter, man. So I like him, man. But
Yeah,
I do like Bam Adebayo, man. I like
that's
him.
another guy.
You know,
They threw him in last minute too on the deal.
nah. We ain't giving up, my bro. And Tyler Johnson's a pretty good player too, man. Pretty quick. He's a pretty decent defender, man. Can penetrate, get to the basket, shoot the three, man. Good player, man. So they do got some solid players, man. They can really, in my possibility, they remind me of a better Celtics team that made a run a couple of years ago. I think that they can. I think they could do pretty well, man. I think they can make a pretty good run, man. Because Deion Waiters has shown signs of improvement himself. I mean, the thing is what is it about Hassan Whiteside, who's always injured, man? I mean,
Yeah,
you
can't play 20 minutes a game, man.
Nah, bro, not at all, man. So that Hassan Whiteside decided that he want to shoot threes now. So that, I have a problem with that too, man. He instead of playing on the down on the post, he want to shoot threes. So he's like, dude, what are you doing? Get back to the post, man. Stop.
Yeah. All right, we can talk about all right, you can pull up your list. I'm gonna tell you my playoff teams. Obviously, I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna put Boston at 1, Philly at 2 in the East. 3, I'm gonna go with Toronto still. 4, 4. I'm gonna go with Miami at 4. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee at 5. 6. I'm gonna go with Chicago. 7, Detroit, and 8. I'll go with Washington. I'm gonna say Washington sneak up in there. I'm gonna say they're going up and down all season, but they just sneak in there over Brooklyn, over Charlotte, over Cleveland. Oh, did I put Indiana in there? Hold on. Push all that shit. Push that all the way down. My bad. Push that back down. But
no, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance to come revise this stuff because I do think there's gonna be moves in the middle of the season where you want to reshuffle your board.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this over. I want Boston, Philly, Toronto. I'm gonna go 4 Miami. That's gonna be my surprise. I'm gonna go 5 Milwaukee. I'm gonna go 6 Chicago. I'm gonna go 7 Indiana, and I'm gonna go 8 Detroit. That's how I'm gonna rock out real quick. And I don't know if shit can change. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, I said I'm gonna go. Like I said, I got the same first 3 you got. Boston, Philly, and then Toronto, man. But number four, I got Miami, man, as my number 4 team in the East. Then after that, man, I'm gonna go with the Pacers, man. At number 5, number 6, I'm gonna go with the Wizards. And then I don't know why I want to do this, but I kind of do. I think number 7, I'm gonna go with the Magic, and then number 8, I'm gonna go with the Hawks, man. As a gamble, I'm just gonna go with the Hawks.
You leaving Milwaukee out?
I'm gonna leave Milwaukee out, man. I think I'm gonna leave Milwaukee out, man.
So Giannis gonna walk away.
Yep, I don't think they got enough shooting. I think their shooting is gonna end up doing them in this year, man. The lack of shooting, man. I just don't think it's gonna work out. I think that
who you got coming out? Who your Eastern Conference? Who makes the Eastern Conference Finals? Philly and Boston. Philly and Boston. You got the Boston winning.
And don't be surprised. But I said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto snuck up in there, man. Just that if they beat Philly. But if it lets Philly gonna have to make some moves to get some more shooters, man. Otherwise, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and change that. I'm gonna pick Boston. And I'm gonna pick Toronto to make it to the finals, and I'm gonna pick the Celtics to make it to the finals.
I'm gonna go Boston and Philly, and I'm pick Boston. I ain't no fool. Pick Boston to come out the East.
Yeah.
I like Toronto a lot. I think Philly got some shortcomings, so I won't be surprised if Toronto slid in there. And if I had a dark horse, it'd probably be Miami.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if Miami made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They just deep. Low key, they just as deep as Boston. They just don't have a star.
Right.
Kyrie. They just as deep. You know what I'm saying? All right, West is gonna get interesting. Then we do the award prediction. The West is about to get real interesting. I mean, you can start several different places here. Obviously, we got the teams that probably won't make the playoffs. Sacramento.
Forget it.
I mean, that's it. That's all.
That's some talent, man. That's some talent, man. I'm gonna tell you some teams that are talented who made. I'm just gonna name some talented young teams. I'm gonna tell you two of the teams that are young and talented are Phoenix and the goddamn Denver Nuggets, man. Man, the Denver Nuggets, man, are that team is scary to me, man. Long term, Denver Nuggets gonna be a scary team. I see
I agree. They got an MVP dark horse on their team. I'm gonna talk about later.
All right.
As well, and I think the Clippers won't make the playoff, and I think Memphis won't make it neither. I'm gonna take somebody in Memphis I really, really like. I like the kid that went to Providence. What's his name? Marshawn Brooks. He came back.
Yeah, Marshawn Brooks, right?
He came back from last year and lit it up, man.
Yeah, I remember back in there. Remember when he first came out and they were comparing him to Kobe, man.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember. I like Marshawn Brooks. He went overseas and got his mind right, bro. I mean, what you think about San Antonio? They lost a lot. They lost Lonnie Walker, first round draft out of Miami, and they lost Deontay. What's his name? Deontay Murray to a knee injury for the season as well. Lonnie Walker coming back in about 2 months, but Lonnie Walker has been dealing with knee injuries.
I think they're missing the postseason, man. I think this year. I think two teams are just too talented.
They still have Paul Gasol.
Yeah, I still think they're missing the postseason, bro. I do.
Yeah, let me see. They still have Paul Gasol.
They barely made it last year.
Yeah, they got Bellinelli. That's what we went to. Yeah, I agree. Right. I don't think they're gonna make it, man.
Man, I'm looking at this, man. I just think they just gonna miss it this year. They're gonna be a contender, man. But don't be surprised. I think the Spurs are gonna have a fire sale at the All-Star break, man. Once they
I think they wait till next year. Then I think that's Popovich next year. I think they wait till next year. He done.
I think Popovich gonna end up retiring, man. You know, his wife had died and stuff like that.
Probably better if he stay working, though. Probably better if he stay working, keep his mind.
And everybody know who their next coach is, man.
Ime Udoka?
Huh?
Ime Udoka?
No, the next coach.
Yeah, Ime Udoka. You know, he was a candidate to coach here from their staff.
No, Becky Hammond, bro.
I don't think they're gonna do that. They're gonna give it to Ime Udoka, bro.
I do. I think so, man. She's basically been there. She's basically been right next in line. That's the word I've been hearing. The players like her.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Ime Udoka. I'm just gonna know what I know.
He said, I can't believe they got the female head coach.
Man, especially in that market, bro. But yeah, well, we'll talk about the Sacramento Kings real quick. Show them some love. They got Marvin Bagley. I think he can be rookie of the year. Right. He kind of remind me of Jabari Parker a little bit.
Right.
A little bit more skilled. I mean, Willie Cauley-Stein started doing some good things last year. De'Aaron Fox.
Willie Cauley-Stein, but to me, they got so many pieces. I think they got some couple pieces that they're gonna have to trade. I don't know which direction this team is going in, though, man. By looking at it, you know what I'm normally to see how they try to build a team.
They got the same players at the same position, bro.
And they got pieces that don't mesh well together, man. That's why I'm like, I don't know what they're trying to do. Look like they're just collecting talent. And it's like with Boston, I could tell what kind of direction that they were leaning. They were looking for lean, athletic players, stuff like that. They look like they got players that just do a lot of different things, man. I just don't know. They don't mesh well together. So I don't know what kind of team they're trying to put together, man. It's like they don't have any kind of blueprint or where they're trying to build a team a certain way.
Yeah, they got some wild cards here. I think Harry Giles, who was injured, he a wild card. Buddy Hield, I think he a guy that need to go to a veteran team.
Yeah, Buddy Hield needs to be gone, man. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't a bad player. I watched a lot of Kings games last
year. He's not a bad player, man. But once you brought in Fox, man, once you brought in Fox, what was the point of having Hield for? Now, so now you should have been. You got to deal Hield, man. Hield on a veteran team as a scorer off the bench. Because I like Hield as a sixth man.
Or he can go to a veteran team. Like I mean, shit. If Houston was to hypothetically trade Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker for Jimmy Butler, then I would be calling Sacramento for Buddy Hield.
No, Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia can use it. You know what I'm saying?
Him and JJ Redick, man, that'd be nasty, bro.
Right.
Ben Simmons controlling the middle of the floor.
Right. That's my point, man. They need shooters, man. He gives them back. So
Sacramento just going in every direction with Ben McLemore, who ain't never panned out. Justin
No,
Jackson from they just
that's bloody Divock, though. That's bloody Divock, man. I mean, he ain't got. It don't seem like he got no kind of game plan, man. You
all
need
right,
to be going in the direction, man. He ain't got no kind of. I don't see no
yeah,
direction, man.
exactly. No direction. No style of players. Are we gonna be a shooter or are we gonna be a pound? We're gonna play inside, outside. You know, say, all right, we're gonna talk about another team I don't think gonna make the playoffs, but got one of my favorite players, especially from our area. That's the Phoenix Suns, and I love the pairing of Devin Booker, Josh Jackson, DeAndre Ayton, two Michigan guys, and Devin Booker and Josh Jackson. I love that pairing. They got a lot of talent. TJ Warren.
Talking about the Suns, bro. The Suns, man. I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm looking. People saying, I'm looking in the chat room. People saying that the Spurs, man. I'm telling you, man. Them young teams, bro. Them young teams gonna keep them out, man. There's some really, really talented teams in the West, man. Some really, really talented teams in the West, man.
They got that kid that got traded from Philly, Mikal Bridges. His mom worked for Philadelphia 76ers. They drafted and traded him.
Yeah, you know, Portland Trailblazers. I'm looking at the Portland Trailblazers are a team that's going to have to question whether they want to keep their backcourt together. And I think that's the backcourt that needs to be broken up.
TJ McCollum is so inconsistent.
Yeah, man. They said it. No, man, but it mean they're too similar, man.
Yep.
You know, I'm just keeping it one. McCollum and Lillard is too similar. You can't have that, man. They're the same. They're both undersized. You're gonna have one guy undersized. You need to have a bigger two guard, man. Neither
one of them appreciate a 501, man.
Neither one can defend.
And not even just that, bro. It's the simple fact that neither one of them is Joe Dumars.
Right.
Neither one of them is Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars was about the same size as McCollum, but he could defend. He defended Jordan one-on-one better than anybody.
Right.
And him and old boy from the
Mitch Richmond. No, Mitch Richmond.
What was the other dude? The other dude from Boston that died. No, not him. The dude from Boston that had died. He played with multiple balls in college. Yeah. He guarded him well too. With the Suns, I love Devin Booker, bro. The key for the Suns, they got some pieces they can trade, bro. To be honest, like TJ Warren. I think he's redundant with Josh Jackson, and he's talented though. TJ Warren got superstar potential. Let me get to the chat. Games PP say Suns will lose a lot of close games this year. I can see that, bro. I can see them losing a lot of close games and kind of taking that steps. Quentin Hamilton said the Bucks and Bulls making the playoffs. I had them both making. Cali didn't have the Bucks making it. I think they would come 7th to 8th. Udoka is not with the sport. Oh, he's not with the Spurs anymore. I didn't know that. Okay, appreciate that.
That makes it more unlikely that Becky Hammond is the next head coach, bro.
But I was saying TJ Warren, like he good, but he always injured. He had that head injury, and he just ain't never really been injured. DeAndre Ayton is a beast. I like him as well. He got to learn defense is gonna be this team's Achilles heel. Team defense, not individual defense. Right. But I like Tyson Chandler being a veteran to DeAndre Ayton, especially on the defense, and that's a perfect mentor to pupil matchup. But it's Devin Booker world. He got the big contract, and I think Josh Jackson is special, bro. Yeah, no, Josh Jackson is the truth, man. Last year, man, there was a mild setback, but he showed a little bit of. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened when TJ Warren got injured. He took off. Right. But this is my point though, man. Like I said, I like where the Suns are headed, man. Like I said, I saw the Suns coming up 2 years ago, man. I saw the Suns coming 2 years ago. So I like what they're doing, man. I like the direction they're going. They're going to be tall, athletic. They're going to be able to play inside out. They're going to be able to rebound, defend. I thought our boy from the Magic was on their team. Who? Where the fuck he go? Alfred Payton, nigga with the crazy dreadlocks. Alfred Payton? Yeah, Alfred Payton was signed with New Orleans Hornets. Oh, not he did. Not New Orleans, but New Orleans Pelicans. He's with Pelicans, remember? Yeah, he replaced Rondo. Because he got traded to the Suns last year for a minute. Okay, yeah, you're right. I like the Suns a lot, man. Talking about another team that probably won't make the playoffs, the Memphis Grizzlies, man. Tyreek Evans had a hell of a year last year for them. But they got Kyle Anderson from the Spurs. Marshawn Brooks, I love him this year. If you play fantasy basketball, FanDuel, he did good. Mike Conley finally coming back this year. Marcus Gasol is there. JaMychal Green, he hit or miss. And they got another Michigan State guy, Jaren Jackson, who Tom Izzo apparently killed his stock being there. They got half man, half hurt, and Chandler Parson. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Memphis.
Alan Parsons, man, they ain't not reliable. Period.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team made the playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna make it though. I like Conley, I like Gasol, I like Kyle Anderson, I like Marshawn Brooks. Marshawn Brooks kind of bring them that Rudy Bay dimension that they didn't have, for a long time. But I don't see them making it, bro. I think
Michael Conley ain't gonna stay healthy, bro.
I like Michael Conley. That's one of my favorite players, bro.
I like Michael Conley too. He play hard, man. He's a really good player, man. He just can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy, man.
Yeah, that's another guy. Okay, the Clippers. Okay, we know they. I don't think they making it, but let me look at their roster. Sometimes I forget. They had 2 first-round picks, and I think they made the biggest mistake of the draft. And I think they're gonna look at this draft and say, "Damn, we made a mistake." And that was passing up on what's the kid name that had the back injury.
Oh, you talking about Michael Porter?
That was stupid. Even if you got to wait a year or two, his ability was so good that I would wait for them a year or two. But they got Beverly, Avery Bradley.
And they let the Nuggets get him, bro. I'm telling you, the Nuggets, man. I'm telling you, about 2 years, bro. People ain't hearing me. The Nuggets, everybody talking about Boston. The Nuggets going to be one of them teams compete for a championship every year. The Nuggets in 2 years, oh, my God. I'm just...
Yeah, they got to have coaching, though. Yeah, got a straight team with Lou. I always like Lou Williams, Right. Coming out of high school, I like Lou Williams. Tobias Harris is a good player. He reminds me of that Jabari Parker mode.
Tobias Harris off the bench. That's a good place for him, man. I don't like him starting, but I like him off the bench.
I like him starting. I didn't have a problem when he started in Detroit. He was a really good player. I didn't have a problem starting. I think he's a starting caliber player. Possibly on the right championship team, he could start. I mean, he's not the defender that you want him to be. I think that's the problem.
Not at all. Well, really, he's a tweener, bro. He's a power forward / small forward, bro.
Tweener, but I like him. He just lack a little bit of same thing as Jabari Parker. He lack a little bit of athletic ability. I think Parker a better defender.
Inconsistent shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Marcin Gortat there. I can't stand him, bro. I think he's the scum of the earth. He like one of man. I don't see the Clippers making it at all, man. I ain't gonna spend too much shit. They waiting on trying to get. I don't know why anybody want to go over to the Clippers. Especially like Kawhi Leonard, he crazy, or Jimmy Butler. Dallas, we forgetting Dallas. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. I like Duke Doncic a lot, a lot. Oh, how about your favorite player, Callie? Harrison Barnes. I know you love you some Harrison Barnes. I don't know if he probably muted. He probably got called. I know Callie love Harrison Barnes. He single-handedly lost that damn series for the Warriors right around with Draymond getting suspended versus Cleveland for a few years ago. Jalen Brunson, a backup guard. Well, he's a guard for Villanova. DeAndre Jordan, I like him. Dirk gonna miss the first half of the season. Dennis Smith Jr., he crazy. I like Dennis Smith Jr., man. He got to learn to stop using his knees so much and dunking and everything. But, I call him like a baby Wade. They got Giannis Acapulco, brother. Costas Acapulco. I don't know how good he is out of Dayton. But Luke Doncic, I think Luke Doncic is going to be the absolute truth. I like Luke Doncic a lot. I think Atlanta should have kept him, but you got to understand the demographic of Atlanta basketball fans are, especially that show up to the fight. That's the blackest sports arena you're going to see in professional sports. So I think Trae Young fits that demographic, and he ain't no slouch neither, man. But other than that, I think everybody else is fair game as a playoff team. I think starting with the borderline playoff team, the Portland Trailblazers, Al-Farouq Aminu, he inconsistent. Mo Harkless, I can't stand him. They got Seth Curry, the other Steph Curry brother. He back from injury this year. He went from Boston over there. He the same type of guard as Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum. As Callie was talking about, they're the same type of guards.
Right.
They got Nurkic.
Speaking of, you talking about Harrison Barnes. Now I'm free now. Harrison Barnes, man, Harrison Barnes. If he's the best player on your team, you're in trouble. That's it. Right there. We got to be honest here. If he's the best player on your team, you're in trouble. He's a fourth option. That's what Harrison Barnes is. He's not a third option. He's not a second option. He's not a first option.
When he was in motherfucking Golden State, he was the third option. Man, if he would have just hit like 40 or 35% of his shots, y'all won that series in like 4 games, bro.
Easily. But he choked. He choked, man.
I never trusted nobody coming out of high school out of Iowa, bro. I'm sorry. No offense to Iowa. When he came out, I said, man, that nigga ain't shit. Man.
Remember, his mom was from Brooklyn. His mom was from Brooklyn, New York, though, man.
All right, and we're talking about the Trailblazers now, man. Do you know they got Seth Curry? Seth Curry.
Who Steph Curry signed with the Blazers?
Yeah, Seth Curry. Yeah,
that did happen. That did happen. That was a smart move for them. But the problem is, once again, they're not getting any size in the backcourt, man. No size in the backcourt.
They got the same player 3 times over again, bro.
Yep. They keep getting the same. That's the point. I said at some point you got to try to get some size at point guard, some size in the backcourt, man. They got no size in the backcourt, man, and it's gonna kill them. And that's why they're not gonna make the playoffs, man. I'm picking Portland not to make the playoffs.
He already telling you already. All right, we kind of went on the teams that probably would not make it so far. We went in on them. I don't think we missed any of them type of teams, but we start with New Orleans right now. They're a fringe playoff team, I believe. Ian Clark, former championship player with the Warriors. Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, Wesley Johnson, Darius Miller, E'Twaun Moore. Oh, they got Jahlil Okafor. Oh man, I don't want to talk about that guy. Julius Randle, Alfred Payton.
That's a soft player. He's soft and dumb. He's dumb.
and no fucking physical ability, bro. No action. And they got Mirotic. I like the team. You know, one thing they did do is they got
I think not re-signing Rondo, in my opinion, stops them from making the postseason, in my opinion. I mean, unless Elfrid Payton can play to that level, which he's a better defender. At this point they upgraded.
Yeah, they got upgraded on youth, but I gotta look at the overall picture. But I like Julius Randle pickup, and I like them keeping Mirotic. I like those 2 moves. I think they improve with Julius Randle. I like Drew Holiday. He got his wife situation off his head, so he can play free. I think he make the All-Star team next year for sure. I think they do lack some depth though. Still, you know, he is lacking some depth. It's all about Alfred Payton, man. If he can develop a jump shot, I think they make the playoffs.
I do too. If he has to be able to shoot, he has to give them. Man, if you give him like 10, 12 points a game, you know what I mean? I think that'll help. I'm not asking him. That's not asking a lot from the guy.
Yeah, but he's just not offensive minded though, man.
But that's gonna end up hurting.
I like E'Twaun Moore. I like E'Twaun Moore though. I like him.
I do too. E'Twaun Moore is the player, bro, and he's a good defender, man. And not afraid to take a shot.
Ian Clark. Ian Clark made some good shots for them last year. I think Jameer Nelson.
Ian Clark showed up for the Warriors, man.
He showed up last year, but then they got Jameer Nelson and took his minutes away, man.
Right. Jameer Nelson should have been out the league, man. He
played good for like a few games last year, and then he got tired, bro.
1,000 years old, bro. He should have been out the league. I remember he was playing. I was young when Jameer Nelson was playing in college.
Yeah, I liked him and Delonte West. Him and Delonte West backcourt was serious business with St. Joe's, bro. That's probably one of the best. That's probably one of the best backcourts I had seen in college, bro, of all time.
Hey, thinking about that, man, because I remember when he was in college, man. I was looking at Jameer Nelson like, that's for such a short dude. That's a big dude for someone who's so short. You can tell he's physically strong, bro.
Yeah,
physically strong, man.
Yeah. And Quentin Hamilton, I'm just saying he got to be an adequate shooter. He ain't gonna be no 40% 3-point shooter. I agree. Right. Nuggets 41 and 41. We're gonna talk about them.
Oh man, you know we're gonna have to do a show dedicated to like acquisitions. Who we think, like moves that we think the team should make.
Yeah. Make sure I hit
pull out the trade. Up here. Pull out the trade clicker, man. We have to pull that out and stop doing trade.
I used to use that shit when I was younger, bro. All right. Well, you know we got the obvious teams. We went through obvious teams. We stay the obvious for last. OKC, and then we go Utah. OKC, obviously Russell Westbrook will be out for this game. He has a knee injury tonight. They will be playing the Golden State Warriors on ring ceremony night. Steven Adams was a game time decision as well. Anything new with them? Obviously, we know Paul George came back. Andre Roberson, he injured. Dennis Schroeder, I think, was an excellent pickup. I'm a big Dennis Schroeder fan. I know people want to expect that. Like Schroeder.
Roberson disgusts me, man. How the fuck can you not shoot like mediocre at least by this time? I mean, for real, dude, he's a hell of a defender, and a hell of a defender, man. But all this time he's been in the league, he can't shoot still. He's not even average.
He be airball free throws and shit, bro.
I mean, come on, man. I know that's got to piss off Russell. That's why they got to take his ass out of the game when you need him from a defensive standpoint. You need to keep him in there. He can defend his ass off. He's a great defender, an elite defender. But that fucker can't shoot at all. He can't. He's not even a mediocre shooter. If he was mediocre, they would have a better chance, man. But that's where it comes down to. At the end of the day, he's not even mediocre, man. I mean, they need him to at least be mediocre. He ain't even that.
Yeah, they got Nerlens Noel. I like Jeremy Grant as the glue guy there too. And I think one thing that's gonna hinge on this team future is gonna be the young buck, Terrence Ferguson. Yeah, his development gonna be key for them, man. If he can develop into the player they think he can be, I didn't know he was 6'7". He can shoot the ball. He got to just get acclimated to the NBA, but they definitely making the playoffs though. I think when Westbrook come back,
yeah, they making the playoffs. They making the playoffs. That's not an if and that's not even in doubt. Steven Adams is a heck of a player, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. He's so underrated, man. When I mean a really good player to me, he's borderline, man. He's great. He's just missing one thing for being a star, in my opinion. Steven Adams is a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, if you put him and Enos Kanter together, you might have a fucking superstar.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. I look at him. Some of the moves he makes to the basket to get baskets in the low paint, in the low post. I'm like, damn, man, that dude. He's strong as hell. He's a hell of a defender. He's a hell of a rebounder, man. And then I just look at him like, man, if he could just put it all together on the offensive end, it's over, man. Because he's a hell of an athlete, man. I like Steven Adams, man. And he's one of the guys like, man, I wish in the years I wish he was with the Warriors, man. I really like
Heartless Assassin say Roberson got the worst offense in the league. LOL.
that's an understatement, man. He really not good at penetrating to the basket. He can go to the basket without the ball.
He don't have a mid-range jumper. He don't have a post game or nothing, bro.
Yeah, nothing, man. He can't even dribble the ball. He can't even dribble the ball, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying. We're gonna talk about the Utah Jazz, man. I think they make the playoffs in my opinion.
Yeah, I like them too, man. I like them too, man. Gordon should have stayed there, man. That team, where they got Mitchell and shit like that, man.
Man. They replaced him with another motherfucker that looked just like his ass, man. Grayson Allen. He over there. He look like a Utah Jazz player, don't he?
Right. Yeah. They always remember in the past Utah Jazz like said we definitely gonna get it, but that Gordon Hayward can play, bro. That's a bad white boy right there, man. Gordon Hayward.
You talking about Gordon Hayward or Grayson Allen?
Yeah. Well, Grayson Allen out of Duke, he wasn't bad either, but Gordon Hayward can fucking play.
Yeah, Grayson Allen over there in preseason, he looking like the chef over there.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Grayson Allen, man, and I'm gonna tell you right now, not a bad defender either, bro. Grayson Allen, bro.
Yeah, I think
he a dog, man. He a dog, man. Grayson Allen, he a dog.
I think the NBA gonna sue him, man, better than college did.
No doubt, bro.
Yeah, we'll get over. I like Alex Burke over there too. He don't ever get no burn though, bro. I like him. Dante X. Remember, he was supposed to be the next Kobe and shit.
Right.
What's up, the sweet science?
Yeah, Dante X just can't shoot, bro. He has a quick first step. He has a quick first step, but he can't. Yeah, and he can't stay healthy either. He has a quick first step. He's long. Like Dante X, man. If you gave him to a better coach, or I should say to a better coach, if you gave him to, if you sent him to San Antonio, that motherfucker would turn out to be something, man. With his reach and athlete, I'm telling you, Dante Exum should be a dominant defender. He really should, bro. He just needs to learn to shoot. I seen him. Remember in the postseason last year, he showed signs, bro. He showed signs of being something, man. And I was like, I said, man, I'm telling you, bro, that I'm not giving up on Dante Exum yet, man. I see stuff in him that tells me he could be something.
He's still young, too. Let me see how old he is, man. Give me a second.
I think he's like 2021, man. He ain't no older than that.
Yeah.
23? Oh, he's 23? Okay. He's still really young, bro. Now, they ain't young enough because I think he came in 19. He's been in the league 4 years now. Damn.
They ain't gonna
take He's been hurt half the time.
They got my favorite white boy on this team, too, man. Joe Ingles. I love me some Joe Ingles. That motherfucking hoop.
He play hard, bro.
Yeah.
He play hard as fuck, man. I like him. He ain't scared to take the shot, bro. You miss, but he ain't afraid.
He was cooking Paul George ass in the playoff. He was talking shit to him.
Man, what was he, bro? Paul George, man, is a dude to me. He don't give max effort, man. Paul George, he's talented.
Who was another player like that just didn't seem like they had the dog in them? I mean, just was real lax like Paul George. It was a player I can't remember. He just
there's been a lot of dudes like that, man.
This dude was like on the all-star level like him, but most guys without that, he don't have that dog in him, man. You know,
man, I used to think that about Carmelo at times, bro. I just thinking about Chris Paul at times. But Chris Paul proven to me at times to be wrong. So
no, I thought Chris Paul was always a pit bull, man.
Right. Blake Griffin is that guy. Blake Griffin is that guy. To be honest,
yeah. I agree with that shit, bro. I agree, man. I agree, man. I think you could have said that about Dirk Nowitzki at one point in time too.
But Dirk Nowitzki learned, man. He said he learned that he had to take it up another notch in order to win. He said, man, I didn't know
another one. Yeah, this is exactly. Danny Granger was another guy like that.
Danny Granger, another guy, another really talented guy who never gave no goddamn effort, man. Dogging it all the time, bro.
He reminded me, he was like Kawhi Leonard before Kawhi Leonard, but not to this extent at this point because he got injured. But he was like he was the premier two-way player, man. Right. If he would have stayed healthy with Paul George, that would have been a Rudy Gay. That's what I was thinking about exactly. Rudy Gay is the poster child.
Rudy Gay is the ultimate dogger, bro. He's the ultimate dogging all the time, man. He's like, okay, it's time for me to play now. Then all of a sudden, like, man, where the fuck has this been? He was showing up out of nowhere. He's like,
hey man, we got some Joe Johnson. Fuck yeah, them two niggas right there, Rudy Gay and Joe Johnson.
Or Joe Johnson, the other one. And we got to keep it 100. DeMarcus Cousins, bro.
I wouldn't say that about Cousins, man. When he got out of Sacramento, he got to New Orleans. He was giving max effort. I think it was just the organization with him. I never question his effort. I just think it was an organization with him.
Okay, you're being nicer to me.
I think he's just a lunatic, bro. Lunatic, bro. I think DeMarcus Cousins want to win, bro. He's just a lunatic. Right. Last year in New Orleans, especially when Anthony Davis went out, that nigga was man. He was looking like the GOAT. Right. They won't win this shit though. So they got Ricky Rubio. I always like Rubio. His shot's starting to come a little bit. Donovan Mitchell, you know, and Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors.
Donovan Mitchell gonna be a killer, bro. Donovan Mitchell gonna be a killer.
Man, nigga, right? Hold on. Games PP, we winning more than 39 games, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Donovan Mitchell, we passed on him though. Yeah, I like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell gonna be a killer, bro. You can already see it. He already a pit bull, ball. He gonna be a killer. You can tell by certain demeanor, bro. He got that demeanor of a killer. He's a killer, man. You know, but you know what I mean. Just guys, some of these guys are just when things go rough, it's like, well, and to me, it's like you gotta match that dog, man. And Joe Ingles, even though he ain't nowhere near as talented as goddamn Paul George, but he's like still, but Paul George was dogging it, man, on the other end. You can't
and somebody got another one, Andrew Wiggins, Games PP. He another nigga that play like he ain't got no heart.
Andrew Wiggins, he ain't and Jimmy Carlton Towns too.
Yeah, he put Carlton Towns first.
You don't understand how they both like it, bro. I mean, it's sad, bro. Dude, Joe Johnson ain't the player that he should have been, man. Joe Johnson is not.
I mean, when he was in Phoenix, that nigga was cold blooded.
He was, bro. He went to Atlanta, started like I don't know. He must have saw some big booties or something. He maybe saw some big booties over there and changed his mind.
He got trapped by a stripper down there after he signed a $100 million contract.
Booty took all the dog out of him, bro.
All right, let's talk about the Minnesota. Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, any nigga that come in the room, call the players only being says my team, you niggas some hoes. Right. Like Jimmy Butler did. Ain't nobody on that team got no heart, bro. Nobody.
Nah, hey, no, remember he took a bunch of third stringers and beat their ass, bro. Dudes that didn't even make the team. He took dudes that didn't even make the team and beat their ass, the starters. Come on, man.
Heart. He ain't got no heart.
I ain't blaming him. He like, that's real. I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all ain't trying to win. Because he like Jimmy Butler, like, man, I'm trying to win, bro. Y'all ain't trying to do what it takes to win. Y'all got to go up a whole nother level, man. What y'all been doing, y'all ain't doing enough. That's what he's trying to show them niggas, but they ain't trying to hear him, though. You gotta be dedicated to this shit, man.
They didn't pay them niggas all that money. Them niggas don't care about winning, bro. They don't care about. And despite what a lot of people think, it's people in the NBA that's getting the check that's content with getting the check that don't want to win. It's a lot of them.
It's been like that. It's always been dudes like that.
In the NFL, it's a little bit harder to get up every day and lose and keep losing and put your body on the line. You know, in the NBA, it ain't shit. Then you've been hooping. You're gonna be hooping your whole life. A whole life you've been hooping. You know, but
yeah, you can tell a dog like, man, get me the fuck up out of here, man. With these mopers, man, shit, man. You know, a real player who's a dog who out there giving it his all, watching these other dudes out there half-assing it. He's like, man, I want to get up out of here, bro. I don't want to stick around. I don't want you to stick around this shit. Get me up out of here, man.
They got some talent though. They got Cat, Wiggins, Tolliver.
Right.
Tolliver can shoot.
Minnesota has talent. They have more than enough talent to win, but they're not going to give the effort. And you would think with the coach that they got that he'll be able to get the best of them, but he only run his players into the ground. So
man, that nigga be playing niggas 48 minutes. If they up by 100 or down by 100, you be like, God damn, nigga.
And then that's why they be having all them injuries and shit, bro, because he don't know how to, to monitor the rest. Like,
he don't have no rotation, bro. That nigga's one of the worst coaches in the league, man. I said that last year, and people got mad, but I'm just telling the truth.
He's a defensive coordinator, man. That's really what he is.
That nigga, man, I can coach better than him, and I put that on wax. Give me some time with the Timberwolves. Them niggas be running and gunning all day, not playing no half-court offense, man. All right, now we getting into we're gonna get into I think both of our shocker team in the NBA. We're about to wrap up the East and the West and go into the other shit. Our shocker team in the NBA, and we're gonna talk some boxing at in another stream. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure.
Let's give it to wrap this up because I gotta get ready to start in a minute. But then as soon as I start, then I'll be able to get back on. So that should be about 15 minutes.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk about the Nuggets real quick, and I think that's our surprise team. I think it's one of the most loaded young teams in the NBA, from Michael Porter to Isaiah Thomas, Mason Plumlee, Paul Millsap, Jamal Murray, Trey Lyles.
I forgot they got Isaiah Thomas. Man, that team is loaded, bro. Forgot they had Isaiah Thomas coming off the bench, man.
Nikola Jokic, Gary Harris. They got a few people, man. I know you want to rip on them, but then we just. I mean, I think we pretty much gonna have the same playoff team. You can rip on them. If you want to, man. But you want to go ahead and rip on the Nuggets?
Oh man, the Nuggets, man. I'm just telling you, man. That team. I know you're gonna start to see signs of this year. You started to see signs of it last year, man. But man, all you got to do is know, man. They have the ability to play on the inside out, man. I mean, it's. You see them. They give good teams problems, man. I'm talking about the top of the tier teams problems. They gonna continue to do that because it's talent. They're talented enough. They have the talent to compete. They don't have the experience yet, though. That's the difference between them and the established teams. They don't have the experience yet. But the Denver Nuggets
team defense.
No, they don't have the team defense yet. But it's gonna come, man. It's gonna come, there, man. I believe in what they're doing. I believe in their coach. I think their coach is the truth, and I think that they're gonna be able to. But I'm telling you, man, Jokic is special, man. I don't be talking about Michael Porter, some other dudes, man. Jokic is special.
Yeah, I like.
He's unguardable, bro.
He's my sleeper MVP pick, man. But
he got Will Barton. Will Barton started passing last year, bro.
Yeah,
Will Barton started passing last year, bro.
Yeah,
and they got. Man, that team is deep, man. That team is deep. That's a loaded team, man.
I know y'all want to, talk about the Lakers, man. Pretty much, we just gonna we talk about them a lot this year, and the Houston Rockets, obviously. For me, I got Golden State number 1. I'm gonna go Houston number 2. I'm gonna go LA number 3. Number 4, I'm probably going to go Utah 5 OKC because of the Westbrook injury. I think it's gonna play a part. I'm gonna go 6 Denver. 7 and 8 is probably gonna be tough. I'm gonna go 8 New Orleans, and did I say Utah already? I'll go 7 Utah. 7 Utah, 8 New Orleans, man.
Okay. Well, of course, you know what I'm going. It don't mean that they're gonna finish in this order, but I'm just telling you the team. That's
what I'm saying because of the conferences.
You know what I mean? So number 1 is definitely gonna be the Warriors. Number 2 will be the Rockets. Number three, I think number 3, I'm gonna go with the Utah Jazz as number 3, man.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I know, man. Number 3, I'm gonna go with the Utah Jazz. Number four, man. Number 4. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna roll with. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Lakers. I'm gonna go with LeBron, man. Number 5, I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. Number 5, man. Number six.
Okay, see.
Number 6. Yeah, number 6. OKC could be nah. Yeah, I'll go OKC number 6, man. Number 7, I'm gonna go with the Portland Trailblazers, man. And then number 8, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna roll with the Pelicans at number 8.
I'm gonna just go MVP. I'm probably gonna go MVP hard this year. I'm gonna go on the limb. I'm going to limb and say Joel Embiid this year. I'm going Joel Embiid. I'm going Joel Embiid wins MVP this year. That's what I'm going to go. You say going LeBron?
Nah, I'm going LeBron, man. I already know the media wants him to win it. If he plays enough games, he's going to get it.
Yeah, and a lot of people say Lakers number 3. I believe in the Lakers young core. I don't believe in their defense, but I believe in Kuz.
They got some talent, man.
I'm gonna tell you who gonna be the dog. The dog is gonna be Josh Hart. That's gonna be the dog.
Yep. But he got that Philadelphia toughness, bro. That Philly toughness, bro.
Yep. All right. Who you got in the final? You got Golden. Who you got coming out the West?
You know the Warriors, man. Warriors versus Celtics, man. That's the finals.
I got the Warriors in 6.
Oh, you got the Warriors. Oh, you talking about and the finals?
Yeah, I got the Warriors in 6.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The Warriors are 6, man. I think the Boston Celtics gonna show up and show they behind, man. But I do think the Warriors will get them in 6. Wouldn't be surprised they got them in 5. I don't think they're gonna sweep, but 6 sounds about right. I don't think it's a 7-game series, especially if everybody's there and healthy. Yeah, I got the Warriors. I think the Warriors' inside game is gonna give them problems, man. I see Horford getting into trouble. Horford's not gonna be able to guard DeMarcus Cousins, man. They're gonna have to double down on the low post. They're not going to be able to, recover and get back. DeMarcus Cousins is going to pile up fouls on the Celtics, man, and that's going to change the whole thing. And it's going to force them to have to change their game plan, which is to try to play small, and which is the best thing they could do, to try to hit threes from the outside. That's not going to work every game. So, and the Warriors in the end, they're going to end up beating them, man, because they're going to have the ability to play inside out.
Finals MVP, I'm going to say Steph Curry get it this year, man.
I think Curry going to get it this year too, man. That's what I see happen. I think Steph Curry gets it this year, and then I think that the team kind of disbands after this year. I think that you're gonna have Kevin Durant's gonna end up with the Knicks. I think Klay Thompson was re-signed with the Warriors, and I think the original core: Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. That'll be your core. The Warriors will still be a playoff team. They'll be a top 4 seed, but they won't be a title contender anymore. That's what I see happening.
All right, man. We're going to get up out of here. Then we're going to come back and talk some boxing, the Canelo situation as well. So, Callie said about 15 minutes. So, all right. So, about 20 minutes. We definitely
got to talk about that because Canelo called out Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that as well, too. So, we're going to talk some boxing in about 20 minutes. Shout out to everybody that support us. Make sure you check out our podcast. The link in the description. I will upload this to the podcast. And shout out to all the brothers that support us. We gone.